This is Alpha Jalloh. You're listening to That American Football Show.
Hello, welcome to That American Football Show, powered by EP Sports. EP Sports is the top supplier in the UK for all your American football needs, helping players and coaches reach their potential since 2007. Check them out at epsports.co.uk. So today we've got a very special guest with us today. We've got another guest from the European League of Football joining us as part of our ELF Ballers series. Joining us is the Leipzig Kings wide receiver, safety, returner, Alpha Jalloh. He started playing out of Maryland. He's played at the college level and across Europe, including 2 Swedish titles with the Karlstad Crusaders and the Stockholm Mean Machines, and an MVP award for the 2020 Finnish League. Welcome to the show. Buzzing to have you on. How's everything going?
Hey, thank you. Thank you for welcoming me to the show.
How are you doing? How's everything going?
Oh man, I'm doing great. I'm on my way back to Sweden on our bye week. Man, I'm feeling good. Body's not too banged up, but a little bit of bruises. But other than that, I can't. Nothing to complain about.
So we'll get that. We'll get straight into it then. How could you tell us how you got into American football?
I'm the baby of 7. I have 3 other brothers. You know, they all play football. So when I was young, you know, my brothers, it was kind of like I had to follow the footsteps. You know, one of my brothers, 2 of them actually were really good, and one stood out in particular, and everybody always talked about him. So I wanted to be just as good as him. I wanted to be just talked about. I wanted to be talked about as well as people spoke about him. So that's how I got into it. My brothers played it, football, to keep it simple.
So you weren't born in the US, is that right?
Yeah, I was born in the U.S. My parents, both of them, immigrated from West Africa in a small country called Sierra Leone. So I have 2 nationalities.
So,
go on, Tim.
So, how do you feel about the level of football you've played in Europe compared to the standard set in the US, and particularly the standard of football in the ELF?
I think the ELF standard is, you know, is not, you know, on the same level as American football in the U.S. But I would say that it's pretty good. You know, it's the best level that you will find right now in Europe. I haven't played in the GFL. You know, so a lot of people say that's a very competitive league.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think the ELF is by far better than the GFL football. If I was comparing like a level of like to college, because of course the ELF is not on the NFL level.
Yeah,
I would say that it's about, you know, I would say like Division I AA almost. You know, something around there. Not saying like the top division, like not that we can compete with North Dakota State or, you know, a top FCS program like that. But I would say it's near there because, you know, you have some guys who play in the NFL or some guys who think they should be there, who still have that drive and attitude, and they're really competitive. And you have the best European players from all of Europe, you know, who probably did play college football or didn't have the money to do it, and they just want to show their talent now right now. And I see a lot of talented European players. So I'm kind of excited to see what that All-Star game is going to be like.
yeah,
That's coming up, because I think that will be like, that team will be comparable to like a like a D1 program, I think.
From our point of view as viewers, I think the quality of games and the playing has been very good.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a few blowout games, but it's like those blowout games is like so many small things could have turned the table. You know, like we got blown out, but you know, we struggling a little bit with injuries and, you know, so on. But I'm not gonna steal the show about us getting blown out. You know, don't want to talk about that as much, but But I do think a lot of matches are equal. But just when you see the score, you may think that it's not, but they are
Yeah,
equal.
definitely.
So, in your football career so far, what's been the moment that you've been most proud of?
That's a really good question. Like the main thing for me is like seeing like the growth out here, and I'm always a part of like seeing like a team, that I've been playing on, and we've been like the underdogs. I mean, I
Yeah.
can say two moments. My moment one time in Stockholm when we won a championship. Uh, how how we just came through that. We did everything right, and we lost some European games that we shouldn't have lost to, that we thought we should have won, and we still managed to have a perfect season and win the championship, and the league was competitive. But in Finland, we had a lot of ups and downs, and some people didn't think that our team was as talented. And we beat Kuopio when they were the number one team during the time in Finland in 2019 as well.
Yeah.
And I was part of that moment. I had a good game, and I seen a lot of the younger guys step up, and that was cool to see.
What's your training regime like before and during the season? Do you train as much during the season, or is it more about resting and preparing your body for the games?
Me, I don't stop. I don't stop.
Okay.
Some other imports or people who come over here, they get comfortable. I mean, I'm not sure if NFL is ever going to happen for me, and I'm not really pursuing that unless it comes to me. But for me, I work like I want to get there, or like that I'm not supposed to be in this league. So like the same training, but I mean, of course, it changes a little bit. But you know, preseason or before the season, I'm going hard and I'm getting prepared for the season. In season, I still do extra conditioning. I still work my butt off. I try to get my teammates to come with me. They might be a little banged up. Even if I'm banged up, I'm still gonna get something done, train something else. So like my work ethic during the week, uh, it's still the same. I may go a little bit more harder in the beginning of the week than I do towards the end of the week. That's the only thing that's probably a little different. But off season, I'm going hard for the most part all the time.
So you have a lot of skills to your belt. You're quite a versatile player, impacting the game on all different sides of the field. Is there a position that you like to play the most?
Ooh. Uh, I would say that I like to play on offense more, and I would say that play receiver. I have been playing around a little bit at quarterback, trying to get that going for me so I can have a longer career playing football in Europe. But I like I like the ball in my hands. That's the main thing. If I get the ball in my hands, I feel like I'm a dynamic playmaker to be dangerous to uh, whoever I'm playing against. So receiver is a position that I would say that is the position that I like to play, of course.
Okay. So there are quite a few European players in the league, as you mentioned, as well as Americans. Have you played with or against any of the other European players, and who stands out for you?
Ooh. I mean, right now, as a European player that I play against, to stand out a lot to me is I can't say his last name. I think it's Nazir. He's a French guy. I
Okay.
don't even know his first name. But he's a middle linebacker from Berlin. I think he's probably one of the best European football players uh, out there. He plays linebacker and he flies to the ball and he hits. I think Jamal White is the safety on that team, and I think
Mhm.
a lot of players are tackling better or trying to hit the same flavor that he does. Don't know if that was his case, but they are a physical team on defense, and that guy, number 52 for Berlin, he's in my opinion, I think he's a top European player,
Okay.
one of the best.
So, what other cities around Europe would you like to see have teams in the ELF? Do you think any Scandinavian countries are being soon?
Oh yeah. I would love for a Scandinavian team to come into the league. So I actually think that you know if they had the same import rules, that they would be a top team in this league. I really do have my heart for London right now, so I want
Mhm.
them to have one because I feel like it's harder for people who play in the UK now to be imports in other places except for Germany because of being out of the EU.
Yep.
So it kind of sucks that okay, now they want to go play football in Sweden. They count as the same level as an American status, where is, to be honest, they know that's not the same. So it's like, why do that? So it'd be good and big, I think, for London to have it because I feel like the fans. I don't know what the atmosphere is like in London when it comes to American football, but I know that it can do good for them. Having a big team there and having people from other cities in Europe or from America come there and just be imports. It just I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but uh, it brings a better culture there.
Mhm.
Man, I'm passing a nice little beach. Didn't even know I was gonna pass a beach over here, but. But London, though, for sure. I think they need to have a team, and of course, France need to have one as well because they have a lot of good
Yeah.
athletes.
So who would you say are your favorite players or role models growing up?
Um, I mean, I would say this. It kind of contradicts, football, but I'd take after Kobe Bryant a lot. I just loved his mentality as a person who worked hard, and I've been on following Kobe Bryant since like I got in college. My mentor, always reminded me of expressions that reminded me of Kobe Bryant. So I just
Mhm.
took on his philosophy when it comes to working out and working hard to football. So now I would say like he was like a inspiration for me, and the reason why I play the way that I do now, even though he's a basketball player. If I can relate to
Mhm.
football, uh, uh, my brother used to always tell me about Reggie Bush, as I got uh, growing up. So Reggie Bush was a bit of a role model for me when it comes to football because he was a dynamic guy and he was a playmaker.
Okay, so that's all the serious questions out the way. We've just got a little bit of fun just to finish on.
Yeah.
You're on a desert island for a year. What you can only bring one of each of these things, okay? So, what meal
Okay.
would you take with you for a year on a desert island?
Mm. Man, now I gotta think logically about this because I know I need to bring something healthy, but I don't rather wouldn't want to bring something too healthy. Uh, I would say a nice steak and cheese. If I could bring that one meal on the desert island for a year, I need to have that and have some lettuce with it. Just to make it a little healthy.
I like it. Can't go wrong with a good steak. Okay, you can only take one album. What would you want to listen to?
Oh man, that's a really hard one. I mean, I like to listen to like spiritual music, all the time in the morning. Then out the day, I like to listen to raw wave. So it's like it'll be if I can choose one. That's tough. I might have to go with I might have to go with my spiritual music, because I feel like
Okay.
it'll keep me peaceful if I'm on a desert island for a long time.
Yeah, keep you in the right headspace, nice and relaxed, just
Yeah,
enjoying the sun in the tropical paradise. Okay. Okay, you
yeah.
can take one celebrity with you, dead or alive. But if they're on their island, obviously they would be alive at the time.
Uh, I'm taking Beyonce with me.
Okay, I think that explains
Best
itself.
answer we've had.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go into explaining that one. Um, okay, so you can watch one sports
uh,
team for the whole year while you're there. What sports team would you want to watch?
hmm. It's not my favorite team, but I'm gonna want to watch. The Chiefs.
Okay,
The Chiefs. I like their offense.
watch a bit of Patrick Mahomes. Okay,
Excuse
so
me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
So finally, you can take one drink, not including water, because you have an unlimited supply of water. What drink would you want to take with you?
Yeah. A nice daiquiri. I don't know if you know what that is. I don't know if they have that in the UK.
Yeah.
You know, a daiquiri?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I like to have a nice little daiquiri. Yeah.
So your
Love
island sounds pretty good. You've got Beyonce and you've got an unlimited supply of daiquiris. That sounds like a good time.
Nice chilled out spiritual meal.
Yeah.
Sounds like a nice sensible place to be.
Yeah. I mean, I got Beyonce. I don't even need music. Just let it wake me up, you know, with nice music.
So that's everything. So thank you very much for coming on. Do you want to plug any of your socials or give any shout outs?
Hey, thanks for watching the show. I'm Alpha Jalloh again. Instagram is Jalloh_juice. Same with Snapchat. Nah, but they don't need to have me on Snapchat. You know, Instagram is enough. I'm on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber as well. So if I can get that shout out, Life with Jalloh Juice. You know, that's me there. Like and subscribe to that. You know, I like to post the content of what I'm doing in the ELF, my teammates, a lot of fun things, and I like to keep it exciting for the viewers. And I keep it kind of shorter too. So, I mean, other than that, you know, shout out to my team. You know, my teammates who's grinding with me. We're gonna make a turn right now in the ELF. I promise you that we're gonna make a turn.
So good luck for the rest of the season. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much.